What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today, I have another play-by-play, and it is Green Bay Packers hosting Philadelphia Eagles, a 5-2-1 versus a matchup. Love to see high-level competition here. Still all knotted up 0-0 as the Bay about to punt. Yeah, Mitchell hurt on the play. Oof. Good. Eagles. Full going here. Eagles, so we're about to get the punt. 4th and 20. 3rd and 20. Incomplete. And away. Punt. Fair catch going to be called at about the yard line. There by Gibson. And do you think Joe Witt will enjoy his trip to Madrid? Probably. Probably. But, right, he's still going to get blamed, right? I bet people will still find a way. Alrighty. Sorry for the late start. All right, 9.5 to go here in the first quarter. Eagles will get the ball for the first time tonight at their own 9. Each way, single back formation. The tight ends motions into offset I formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Saquon. Saquon with a nice jump cut. And he will get dragged down by, I believe, right? Wyatt. Wyatt for Georgia Bulldog. Happy Monday. What up, Daniel? How are you? Go 9-10 to go here in the quarter. His offensive quarter 16th NFL there for the Eagles. Here's bunch to the right side. Hurts in the shotgun. Under 9 minutes to play. And in motion, Smith from right to left. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking, quick throw left side. It'll be caught by A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown get dragged down just shy of the first down marker. How do the Eagles, not only they're great at the tush push, but how do they get in so many situations that warrant tush push? That's the other crazy part. All right, 3rd and 1. Which direction do they go? They go to the tush push. There's the handoff, or the snap, and a little delay there by Hurts this time. And he escapes to the left side and gets the first. Interesting. They're getting a little trickery. They've already been using a bunch of trickery, but this time they use a delay tactic. That's a false start. Where's the false start? It's ridiculous. This play needs to go if that's the case. 2 tight ends on the left, 2 receivers on the right. Takes a snap, pitch play to the left here is Saquon. Saquon will get a gain of 3. 24-yard line, 2nd and 7 coming up for the Eagles. I don't know how you can just false start every single time. It's crazy. Hello, hello? Oh, shoot. I'm muted now? Okay, how about now? Typical Timmy. The only reason why the play is here this season is because Jason Kelce bulldozed his way into owners' meetings and gave a pep talk to a bunch of 80-year-old billionaires. I guess so. 5:38 to go here in the first quarter. Two receivers each way and in motion. Jahan Dotson now from right to left. Three receivers bunch to the left side. And not sure what's going on. All of a sudden I see a Brooks in the backfield. Are they saying a false start? 3 seconds on the play clock. Is it encroachment or false start? There it is, false start. 5-yard penalty. It'll bring up a third down. So who's it against? It's going against Jordan Mailata. Let's see here. He's set. He moves his head a little. Oh, there's the quick. Oh, he didn't. Oh, that was stupid by Mailata. Gotcha. So Mailata did a quick head turn, got the defense to jump a little bit, but he didn't cross the line of scrimmage, and then Mailata jumped as if he did. So that was totally on Mailata's fault. Now it's 3rd and 10, 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun is Hurts. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Pressure coming. Has to escape to his right. Keeps his eyes downfield. Pumping. Now throws on the move and caught. It's Shipley. Shipley finding space for his quarterback. Micah Parsons getting the pressure. But Jalen Hurts doing a great job to escape. 5:31 to go here in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys in the chat early. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Again, apologies for starting late. Well, we had the tight end open even earlier, but he couldn't see it because he was running away from Micah Parsons. But Shipley doing just enough to get away from Quay Walker. Single back formation at their own 49-yard line. Pressure potentially coming. And in motions, AJ from left to right. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Saquon. Saquon will get tackled after a gain of maybe 3 to the 48-yard line as they cross midfield. Here you go. Johnson. Fred Johnson. Not Lane Johnson. Fred Johnson. So they bring in Fred Johnson as an extra lineman, it looks like, to sit in the tight end spot. Single back formation again. 3 tight ends on the left side. Takes the quick snap. Handoff up the middle of Saquon. Saquon trying to bounce it to the right side. Now cuts it up the middle. And he will get another gain of about 3 to the 45-yard line, which will now bring up 3rd down and 4. We have Sorrell and Cooper in on the tackle. Oh, Packers crowd getting into it. Look at this. Man, that's loud. Go, Pack, go. 3:55 to go here in this first quarter. Saquon Barkley is going to go to the sideline. Three receivers bunch to the right side as Jahan Dotson motions over there. A.J. Brown one-on-one on the left. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping, going to throw it underneath, and it's wide open in the middle of that zone as Devontae Smith getting just enough space, finding that gap. And Jalen Hurts doing a great job to locate him. Number 56, Cooper doesn't actually locate anybody, and he just runs backward into nowhere. Takes a snap. Jalen Hurts is going to have to escape to the left as he's getting pressured by Micah again, and A.J. Brown will make the catch on the comeback for a gain of about 6. Sets up 2nd and 4 now. 3 minutes to go in the first. Eagles 6-2. Packers 5-2-1. Good matchup here between these two teams. 3 receivers to the left side in the shotgun. Man in motion here is Dotson from left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Shipley. Shipley trying to push the pile, and it looks like he does get enough. Hard running there by Will Shipley. Fist pump there afterwards as well. Well played. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Thanks. Alrighty, single back formation. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Packers. And in motion is the tight end on the right side to the left side, offset I formation fullback. Fullback takes a snap, drops back, wide open, has all day, is Hurts. Now rolling to his right, no one's open, pressure coming late, and just has to get rid of the football. Good play there by the secondary of the Packers. Jalen Hurts had all day long after the play action, but he could not locate any open receivers. Did he miss anybody? Let's take a look. Oh, very good defense there. Yeah, nobody's open. Yeah, very good zone defense by the entire Packers secondary. 1:44 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. Hurts in the pistol. 2 tight ends on the left. Now man again motion is Smith from right to left. Takes the snap. Handoff to the right side is Barkley. Barkley tries to cut it up. Not much room there. He gets a gain about 2. 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Eagles. What up, AJ? We're about to give the Dolphins false hope when we make Tua look like an elite quarterback. Yeah, Tua's going to look so good on Sunday. People will think his CTE is cured. Oh, geez. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 8. Kevin Patullo. And how nice is it that Kevin Patullo gets to inherit this offense? A top 5 offensive line, top 5 running back, great receiving core, great tight end. How easy must it be? Empty backfield set in the shotgun. Hurts. He's going to keep it on 3rd and 8, and he's got room to run. And he will get... Oh, the ball comes out! It's going to be scooped up by the Packers. Nixon has it, 1 man to beat, and he gets pushed out of bounds by Lane Johnson. Ooh, did he punch that ball out before he went down? No, sorry, it was Xavier McKinney. Xavier McKinney scoops it up. Let's see. Does he actually punch this out? Knees not down. Knees not down. Yeah, that is punched out. It's Cooper. Cooper with a little peanut punch right on the football. Beautifully executed. I thought Nixon was number 25. Am I crazy? I guess so. Let me look at their defense again. The Packers. Nixon is 25. Okay, so McKinney made the tackle, but Nixon was the guy that scooped it up. Keyshawn Nixon. So now the Packers prevent points after a nice long drive brewing from the Eagles, starting all the way back at their own 8-yard line. They give it back to the Packers with great field position as he runs it back to the 30. Oh, they only give him the 36-yard line. I thought he got closer to the 50. But nonetheless, big opportunity here for the Packers to get points on the board against a very tough opponent. 22 of you in the chat so far. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Again, sorry I was late. I decided that I was going to go hang out with some Commanders fans and chat about the Joe Witt situation. That's what I decided I was going to do. I'm liking what Grant's doing. He's got a pretty cool channel. I like his demeanor. I like how he does things. Except I don't like his clickbait, but that's the name of the game. That's everybody does it, right? But it was fun hanging out with them over there. We'll see if I do it again. I'm sure I will. It's always fun to get over there and yeah. Yep. Are you pro or anti Joe Witt move? I am anti Joe Witt move. I'm not a fan of it. Dan Quinn already has problems with timeouts in general. Now he has to call a defense, and now we're going to have to trust him to also make all those calls and make sure that he throws the challenge flag and he's on top of everything else. Like, I'm not a big fan of the move. I don't think it really does any benefit, and then I think it just hurts the team. What do I know? What do I know? What do you know? What I do know is I won my fantasy matchup this week. Yay! That's what I know. I appreciate it. It's always nice to win. Is Victor Wembanyama playing? Got a notification that he did some crazy highlight. I'm enjoying my fantasy football league, or basketball league, actually. Here. "49 seconds, takes a snap. Oh, the ball hits the ground! What in the world? It was like Josh Jacobs didn't expect to actually get the ball handed to him, and then Love loses it. Let's see what happens here. It's like a miscommunication almost or something, or I think Jordan Love just never had it, and he just lost it. No, I think he just loses it. And is he have his left finger wrapped? Yeah, his left thumb's wrapped. Ooh, that's going to be significant. That's what I think happened. He never really had the football to be able to do the play action. Man in motion here. Takes the snap. Quick throw over to the right side. It's going to be batted down at the line by Jalen Carter. Now 3rd and 13. Hope we get Raheem Morris next year as DC if the Falcons move on for him. I think Joe Witt's still going to be here, but we'll see. How do I reply, Daryl? I hit the button. I guess you haven't seen me yet. Next button. Did you back, Daryl? Daryl's trying to make trades with me in fantasy. He wants my fantasy player. Nerd. Here we go. 4 seconds to the play clock. Could be the last play of the quarter. Takes the snap. Love rolls to his right side. Love scanning the field, pumping. He's going to keep it. Can he get to the first down marker? Diving. Oh, he's so close, about a half yard short. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter, and the Packers will have a decision to make at their own 45-yard line. Do they get aggressive? What I would love to see is they do a tush push right back at the Eagles. That would be my preferred outcome here. But here we go. We're going to go to Weddle for the first half. We haven't gotten any points. Can't talk about the defensive player, but we'll go ahead and do Hurts since he fumbled it. Why not? Jalen Hurts, because that hurts. All right. AFC. We're not in the NFC, so we're in the AFC. We're not a quarterback. We are tall. We are old. We have a higher number than 1. In the AFC. AFC tall players. I'm going to go with Kelsey. I'm going to go with Taylor Swift's boyfriend, now fiance. Okay, it's not Taylor Swift's fiance. Goodness, screen just went black. Why did my screen go black? Okay, here we go. Brett Favre? No, it's not Brett Favre. We are number 88 or 89 in the AFC, not the AFC West. Is it Mark Andrews? Heyo. Got him. Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews. 30 of you hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit the like button. My wife hasn't even got on and hit the like button. Which, that's what she cares about me. That's what just goes to show. What is she? Getting my 2 kids to bed? Unbelievable. Yeah. Even bath times and bottle feedings and prayers. Lord knows we need prayers. Is your wife impressed by your ball knowledge? Oh yeah, she's like, that's what gets it going, you know. Clearly, it's my sense of humor. Uh, the poll thing. I think what Daryl's asking me, because he doesn't want to text in the chat, he just wants to text me directly, is the Weddle game. Yeah, it's current players not hurt. There we go. Look at that. He's messaging. Shout out Daryl Scott Studios. If you need photography or videography, hit him up. If you're in the DMV area, you need a photographer or videographer. It's not even a paid advertisement. Look at that. My first advertisement, not paid. I'm in the chat now. But yeah, it's current players not injured. So you can't even do like Najee Harris or like guys that are injured. Single back formation. Love. Scanning the field. Takes a snap, QB sneak, and he gets the first down. But flags come late. No way! Do they call false start against the Packers? Oh my goodness. The Eagles literally just did the same thing. That's disgusting. I'm disgusted by that. Unimaginable. I don't care if he went early. That's what the Eagles just did. Wow. I'll give you 5% from any bookings I get. All right, there you go. Tell them that you came from the Tim Sports Talk. Shout out Daryl Scott Studios. 1T, 1T. Oh, professional headshots. Oh, that's right. Selena has a whole spiel or whatever. What do they call those? The pitch. She has a whole pitch for Daryl Scott Studios. I forgot. I have an employee of Daryl Scott Studios in the house. Here we go. Caught inside the 5. Here comes the return. Bounces it inside. Cuts up the middle. Trying to slip a tackle. Stays on his feet. Still going. Tough running there. Gets to about, I believe, the 21-yard line. Is Xavier Gibson on the return. So that'll be where the Eagles will start this next drive. They had a nice first drive, getting all the way down inside the red zone, but the fumble by Jalen Hurts gave it back to the Packers. So we have a defensive battle going on here. If we do move on from coaches, which I don't think will happen, I would like to get younger coaches. Yeah, I mean, what I wanted was a young offensive-minded head coach that could grow with our quarterback, right? And then we get like an older defensive coordinator that's probably not going to be a head coach ever again, but still has like Dan Quinn. You know, maybe we can bring Dan Quinn back as a defensive coordinator, demote him. But no, it doesn't have to be him, but something like that. All right, 14:46 to go here in the second quarter. And in motion, 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun is Hurts. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Little bounce outside of Barkley, who got hit in the backfield and brought down. Quay Walker brings him down for tackle for loss, and it's now going to be 2nd and long coming for Green Bay. Ooh, that's why Mailata tripped. Milata just completely loses his footing. And yeah, Saquon has nowhere to go after that. Quay Walker does a great job bringing him down. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Man in motion here. Right to left, takes the snap. 4-man rush. Setting up the screen here to Barkley. Oh, Barkley loses his footing now. Man, this turf at Lambeau Field, slippery. So another loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14. What do I have my thoughts on Giants firing Brian Daboll? I mean, you had enough time, right? I mean, you've been there a while. They stink again. I mean, what have they been there? 4 years now? 5 years? Couldn't get the quarterback position correct. You know, I mean, do you blame him or do you blame the GM? I don't know. But is what it is, I guess. 3 receivers to the right in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Shipley. Shipley trying to get some room for the punter. And we'll get a gain of about 6 or 7, depending on the spot. 4th down coming up, and the Eagles will punt here with about 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. Like Daboll as OC, not a head coach. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair take. I think he can go a fine offense, but I don't know. Daboll just I don't like his energy, to be honest with you. I don't know. Whenever I watch his press conference, I don't know exactly where to put it. And that's what the head coach is a lot about. You know, like you think about some great head coaches and just have a good demeanor about them. You know, McVay, Andy Reid, Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, even. I mean, D'Amico Ryan, guys like this. Going to be tackled at about the 22-yard line. Mike Vrabel is another one, but I don't. Daboll just seemed like, eh. You're laughing. 40 people hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. We're up to 11 though now. Oh yeah. This is going to be a pretty good game. I think it's evenly matched. Yeah, it's strong teams going at it for sure. We need some dogs on our team. Enough with Boy Scouts, that's true. What up, Lombard? Are we listing better offensive minds than Cliff? Go Birds. Listing better offensive minds than Cliff. Cliff is fine offensive mind. I see you didn't mention the Ravens coach. Harbaugh? Harbaugh sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I think Harbaugh is a pretty good coach still. His problem is what he lacks is hiring good coordinators. That's the problem over there. And when he finally hired a good defensive coordinator, he left and went to Seattle. You got to hire young coordinators, especially when you're a guy like John Harbaugh. You're not a defensive or a offensive coach. You come from a special teams background. It's not like you are like really in command of one side or not. So like you have to really hire well, and then you have to make sure they don't leave. Brian Kelly to the Giants? That would be a horrible hire. You owe me $1,000. My boy Joe Witt is gone. Did he get fired? I don't think he got fired. I think you owe me $1,000, so you can super chat me at any moment. But nonetheless, we didn't bet because I wasn't risking $1,000. So, but you know, if anybody's gonna give me or win the bet, it's totally me because you said he was gonna get fired, which he did not get fired. It's more than that, in my opinion. I can agree about the young coach part. Yeah. Yeah, coordinator's got to be old and no chance of leaving for a head coaching position. Like the Steve Spagnuolo. The Belichick to the Giants. True. He got fired? He got fired? When did he get fired? I didn't hear that he got fired. News to me. All right, here we go. Packers have the ball at their own 22-yard line. In the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield. Hands the field. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle is Jacobs. Jacobs jumping over the pile, and he will get a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Packers. He didn't lose his job. Sorry, I was thinking Giants coach. Daboll. Oh, I got you. You're talking about Daboll got fired. Yeah. Daboll did get fired. He actually got fired. Here we go. Under 12 minutes to go here in the second quarter. High formation. Takes a snap. Pitch play to the right side is Jacobs. Jacobs will find room on the pitch. Slipping. No, gets tripped out of bounds. And another first down near the 37, 38-ish yard line. The Packers will keep this drive a-moving. Not a bad start there for Josh Jacobs. Over 4 yards a carry thus far against a really strong run defense. Good block there out there by number 81, Too bad for the Packers. They lost Tucker Kraft. Unfortunate. As usual, I'm right. I don't think you're right. He didn't get fired. He's still our defensive coordinator. Dan Quinn just calling plays. The receivers to the left side. Single back formation. 2 seconds to the play clock. 1-0. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. To the right side. Falling forward for a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. Tim, would you take the head coach of... Dolphins head coach as OC if Cliff leaves for a head coaching job in college? Just to hypothetically speaking. Yeah, I like Mike McDaniel. But will he get hired as a head coach again? That would be the question. I want to hire a guy that has no chance of being a head coach. I want a Steve Spagnuolo. 2 tight ends on the right. 1 tight end on the right. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Trying to bounce it outside. Not much there. Slips the first tackle. Then gets tackled for a loss. 3rd down and 8. Tim, you see the Wizards are getting revenge on Detroit for us? Heck yeah, baby. Wizards for the win. Aren't they going to win the championship this year or something? Wizards. Oh, they're bad. They're the worst record in the NBA. They're 1-9. It's bad. They're pathetically bad. They're almost 17-point difference. All right, in the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Their own 40. 3rd and 8. Man in motion here, left to right. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. 4-man rush, quick throw over to the right side, and it will be caught by Luke Musgrave, just shy of the first down marker. Bring up 4th and 2. Do they go for it here on 4th and 2? You got to think they will, considering they threw it behind or ahead of the sticks. Hey. Skins move up 1 spot in draft order after yesterday. Currently pick 8. Sadly, with their strength of schedule, they will lose all ties. Yeah, their strength of schedule is dumb. 3 receivers bunched to the left side. In the shotgun here. In is Love. Trying to get him to jump. Doesn't work. 6 seconds of the play clock. Gets reset. Trying to get him to jump. Doesn't work again. 1 second. And they're going to just let the play go down to 0. There's the delay of game penalty. And the Packers will punt it away. The Wiz Kids lose every week, just like the Commanders, unfortunately. It's bad. They are winning right now, though. As he said, they're beating the Pistons, but don't count your chickens before they hatch, they say, right? Because they're only up by 9 going into the 4th quarter. And Detroit's playing very well. And they're at home. I could totally see a potential comeback here. That's a weird substitution. DJ McCollum enters for Alex Czar. You have a 6'3" guard coming in for a 7-foot center. There's the kick by Whelan. And it's going to bounce into the end zone. Terrible punt by Whelan, not even giving the ball a chance. Probably Joe Witt's fault. Benefits the Wizards to stink this year, though, because Houston has our first, unless we are a lottery pick. Ooh, there you go. Well, I hope we get a lottery pick. Well, hopefully we win the lottery. But who's the player coming out this year that's going to be the number 1 pick? NBA number 1 pick. Can we finally get... Like, we've been so bad for so long. Can we get a potential one? Number 1 pick. Next year. Not Cooper Flag. Twenty 26. Darren Peterson, the most commonly projected number 1 pick. Darren Peterson. 6'6" freshman guard out of Kansas. Okay. Then you have Bantsa, 6'9" freshman out of BYU. And Cameron Boozer. Is this guy related to Boozer? Carlos Boozer? Probably. He's going to Duke, just like his dad. He kind of looks like him. Is that his son or something? Carlos Boozer. We're all getting old. Caps are tied for third worst in the Eastern Division. You know what, though? Hockey is crazy close right now. I was looking at this, like, everybody's got wins. Like, so many people are around, like, 500. I guess if you look at the points are a little bit more dramatic because of the overtime losses and everything. But, like, everybody has more than 7 wins, and the most is 11. Except for the Sabres, who has 5. But only a 4-win difference, like 25 wins in the games into the season. The Flames are bad with only 4 wins on the Western side. But very evenly distributed. They have 15 points. They're only 7 points behind first place. It's not even all like they're crazy behind. Number 1 pick is reserved for whoever trades the Lakers. Gotcha. Doesn't matter who's coming out. The NBA lottery is rigged. True. Man, they need to rig one for Washington. Me too. I agree. Takes a snap out of the single back. Rolling to his right after the play action is Hurts. Gonna throw it. Oh, what a throw. Thought he was about to throw an interception, but he gets it to Goddard. And Goddard will get a gain of 7. Oh, I thought he threw it right to Quay Walker for an interception. That was dangerous. Uh-oh. Jordan Love misses a wide open little in route by Christian Watson. Could have been a first down. Here we go. Offset I formation to the right. Under center, Jalen Hurts takes a snap. Play action. Hurts looking. Steps up. Going to throw it over the middle of the field. And batted down is Nixon. Nixon is playing absolutely fantastic this season. He gets a nice jump on the football, bats it down, or bring up now 3rd down and 2. This season for the Commanders is playing out just like 2 seasons ago. As long as they stay in the top 10, there could be a beneficial trade scenarios. Potentially. I would love to end up with like a top 3 pick, top 4 pick. They did. They rigged it for us when MJ was our GM, and we got Tim's GOAT, Kwame Brown. We did get Kwame Brown, didn't we? Good night, almighty. 2 receivers each way, takes the snap, play action. Quick throw over the left side. Oh my goodness, I thought he jumped to go interception. Valentine was right there, but fortunately for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is inaccurate, and he throws it out of bounds. Appreciate all of you hanging out in the chat. 43 of you hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Happy birthday to any Marine Corps brother. It's the birthday of the Marine Corps? Do you know that? Here comes the punt from the Eagles. 4th and 2. There's a kick. Oh, it's a bad punt. Does take a friendly Eagles bounce, though, but it's still going to be good position for the Packers around the 42-yard line. We did have the number 1 pick of John Wall. I hated the John Wall pick, though. I don't like John Calipari. I want nothing to do with John Calipari teams. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up his... Yeah, November 10th. And who would have thought Marine Corps was that old? The Marine Corps is older than the country. Isn't that crazy? That's what I would think. But it says 1970, or sorry, it's 1775. Never knew I didn't like John Wall. I just don't like Kentucky players. I don't like John Calipari in Kentucky, so. I mean, when he was here, I rooted for him. John Calipari's a cheater. Dirty cheater. Marine Corps, Army, and Navy are all older than the U.S., which is crazy to me. Ooh. I guess that does make sense now I think about it, because how did we fight back against the Brits? We had to have some sort of military. I guess that does make sense when you actually logically think about it, but just in my mind, you build a country and then you build a military, but I guess that is completely backwards, because how do you have a country? I mean, I guess you could be, like, given a country. I don't know. Who's my favorite wizard? Probably Antoine Jameson. I liked Antoine Jameson growing up. That was like the era that was really in on Wizards basketball with Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson, Caron Butler, Stevenson, Brendan Hayward. That was my era. Pistol formation. Michael Jordan was before. Pistol formation here. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Quick throw to the left side, and it's going to be batted down by Kenyon Mitchell. 2nd and 10. Oh, yeah. Him is a Gortat stan. DSA is 23 years old. Me too. Hey. Here we go. In the shotgun, takes a snap, pitch play to the right side, and he's going to get caught, but spun down rather, by Phillips. And that they just traded for Phillips. The Eagles did at the trade deadline. And he makes a nice tackle here, standing up the tight end, setting the edge, and then rips off of him and catches the running back Wilson for a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 8. 2 receivers each way. Loving the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, steps up, tipped at the line, and incomplete as it hits the ground harmlessly. And it's Phillips again. No. Ojomo, and then Carter. Who got a hand on it? Was it Phillips that got a hand on it? Take a look here. Who got it? Made it seem like it was Phillips. It was definitely not Phillips. It was Carter that got a hand on it. That's his 2nd time tonight. He's gotten a big mitt up there. Hayward was soft as heck. Yep. Who was on the teams back then? Comes the punt from the Packers. We got a 0-0 ball game. And he will be catching it at the 14. Here comes the return, zigging and zagging. And he will get to about the 26-yard line with 6:37 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Both teams with all their timeouts. Still 0-0 here in Lambeau Field. Sucks Trey almost got hurt. Yep, I agree. Tim, who is your favorite DC United player? Didn't Rooney play for us for a hot second? I don't know any other ones. I think, didn't Rooney come and play for us for like literally a season or something? Am I crazy? Yeah, 2 seasons. 2018, 2019. So there you go. There's my... I knew one player. I'm proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. I've never watched a DC United game in my entire life. That might be kind of fun. You want to go to a DC United game? It is a pretty. But maybe it's more fun if we go. Tickets are probably cheap too. We can take the boys. I bet they're cheap. Yeah. I bet we could all go for like under $50 with fees. I'm not paying $200 to go. I don't even know when they're season. Assuming it's whatever. Tim, who would win, the 2023 Commanders or the 2025 Commanders? 2023 Commanders. Went to a DC United game back in the RFK Stadium back in the day. Gotcha. Nice. I've definitely never gone to a DC United game. Didn't say definitely, but I have no recollection of that. All right, here we go. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Here is Saquon. Saquon will still fight for more yards. Gets past the 30 up to about the 32, 33-ish yard line. Alrighty. So February to October. Okay. Here we go. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Here is Saquon, and Saquon will get another first down to the 40, but there's a flag on the play. Oh no, it's Lane Johnson injured on the play. That's not good for the Eagles. Not what you want to see. Uh-oh. Lane Johnson, one of the best offensive linemen in football today. See what happens here. Oh, that could be bad. Williams. Oh no, it's his left knee. Lane Johnson gets up and walks off on his own accord, but that is not good. I think it's the inside of his knee. I don't know what ligament that is. Yeah, that is not what you want to see, and he looks in real pain. Who do they have on offense? Is that Becton? Or did he go somewhere else? No, it's Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson's going to get his opportunity tonight. Place a Lane Johnson with a Fred Johnson. 5:54 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 3. Second and 3. In the pistol formation, 3 receivers to the left, tight end on the right. Man in motion, Smith, left to right. 2 receivers each way now. Take the snap. Packers blitz, but they run up the middle, and nice tackle there by number 55 is Igagbani? How do you say his name? Ian something, something, something. I don't even see anybody with that name. 55? Number 55? Ah, there he is. Kingsley Ignabare. I formation here for the Eagles. 3rd and 2. Takes the snap, play action. Looking, Hurts, pressure coming, has to get rid of it, and too high. No way! They're going to call pass interference? There's no way that was a catchable pass. There's no way that was a catchable pass. Wow, they're going to call pass interference. Evan Williams gets called with a pass interference, even though I believe that ball was way too high. Unfortunate call. Well, no one scored yet. Yep. Tim, I didn't really pay attention to the game, but how did Hutch do against Tunsil and the rookie Josh? I know against Tunsil, I saw a couple of times that Tunsil did really, really well against him. Overall, I don't know, but the times that I'm thinking of, I don't remember Hutch just destroying Tunsil at all. But I saw Tunsil do a great job against Hutch at times. Single back formation, we got a shift here. Oh, false start, going to be on Melada. Melada with a second false start of the game, frustrated. 4:53 to go here in the second quarter. Lane Johnson still getting helped to the locker room. Ugh, you hate to see it. I don't know. What's the inside ligament of the knee? Inside ligament of knee. The MCL. I think that was an MCL damage. The MCL. Oof. Hopefully just a sprain, maybe. I don't know. 2 tight ends on the left. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Saquon, little shaking and baking, getting outside of the right room to run on 1st and 15, 1st down and more. Out of bounds, but this looks like it's coming back with a holding call. Offense number 64, I believe they said. 64? No, it must have been... No, it could have been 64. Yeah, Brett Toth. Yep, Brett Toth, the center. And a bit of a weak call. Yeah, never mind. He's on the outside of the shoulder. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. He wasn't in the pad right here. Like, he was out here grabbing, which I don't like. What up, Billy Mack? 4:30 to go here in the second quarter. 1st and 25 after a pair of penalties at their own 25. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Smith goes in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Bigsby will get some of those yards back, maybe 4. 2nd down and long coming up here for the Packers. What's up, Suzanne? How are you? 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. A.J. Brown on the right. Smith goes in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Play action. Quick throw. Caught. Smith runs on the screen. And he will get back close to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 11 coming up for the Eagles. Why do I feel like this is going to be a 10-yard play and we're going to see the tush push on 4th down? That's my prediction right here. 10-yard play. I'm going to say it's going to be the running back out of the backfield. So, like, Shipley is going to make a catch, make a guy miss, get tackled right at a yard short of the 1st down, and we get a tush push right here. Here we go. 3 receivers to the left side. Hurts in the shotgun. Scanning the field. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Hurts has time. He's going to keep it. Zigging and zagging. Fakes the pitch to Shipley. Oh, I thought I was about to predict it. Oh, if he would have thrown it to Shipley, maybe he would have had a chance. But instead, he slides and will get nowhere near the 1st down marker. And the Eagles will have to force to punt here with under 3 to play in the second quarter. 4th and 7. 2.5 to go in the second. Have to punt it before the 2-minute warning. What's up, Richard? I hate when injuries dictate how the season progresses. Our best versus their best. Yep. And to punt it away. And he does kick a nice punt. And it will be downed around the 8. Ringo scoops it up. Flag on the play, though. What's the flag? Green Bay on the penalty, so that's going to put them at their own 4-yard line. 96 yards away from the Packers and pay dirt with 2:07 to play with all 3 timeouts. Oh, wait, never mind. Looks like he just pointed against the Eagles. All right, what does LaFleur want to do? Looks like holding, maybe 10 yards. Can get it at the 18-yard line. Holding. Philadelphia. Whoa, they want to re-punt it instead of holding penalty and getting it at your own 18. You can get pinned back deep again. So it's going to be a 10-yard play. So they're going to be kicking from their own 33. All right, maybe you can have a chance at a return here. That's what they're hoping. I would have preferred. Oh, interesting. Ringo gets called for the hold. 4th and 17. Here comes the punt. And to kick it away, Dobbs back to receive. It's going to be scooped up at the 22, and here comes the return. Shaking and bacon. And he will get to about the 33-yard line, and that'll get us past the 2-minute warning with 1:54 to go. And nice call there by Matt LaFleur. Gets much better field position. You do lose the timeout at the 2-minute warning, but hey, you get a nice play there. And the Packers will have 3 timeouts and 68 yards between them and pay dirt to make something happen. Plenty of time. Free kick workout. Yep. Worked out good. Yeah, Daryl's trying to make a trade with me. I don't even know who, like, me and him have very good teams. Both of our teams are very good. Right? Like, next week, I'm going to have Javonte Williams back, Travis Kelce back, right? DeAndre Swift is on my bench. I don't know who to take out for him. I don't know, maybe I just go straight up who's projected the most, which, as of right now, DeAndre Swift would be on my bench. Crazy enough. Woody Marks is now projected over 20. That's crazy. There's so many good running backs. I mean, don't get me wrong. My team, my league scoring is very high. So definitely understand that. But, man, Brees, I have 5 running backs projected over 20. Interesting. You have only 3 decent receivers. I mean, I have 3 great receivers. Don't get me wrong. My receivers are insane. St. Brown, London, and Puka Nacua. I guess the only player I really would want is, like, Warren. So if we look at his team, Daryl Scott, like, he has Warren, which is good. But, I mean, his team is great. I mean, he's got Njigba and Igbuka, right? Josh Jacobs, Vidal is playing out of his mind, right? I know he had a big week this week. Yeah, he's a bit up and down, I guess, huh? 4, 32, 10, 32, 6, 27. Bit up and down for sure. But he's playing well. Baker Mayfield's playing very, very well this year. Interesting. Hey, here we go. Single back formation, takes a snap, play action, roll to his right side, checks it down underneath, turns up field is Musgrave, and Musgrave will get pushed out of bounds by Zach Bond. Gain of 8 or so. 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Hands off up the middle. Here is Jacobs. Jacobs will get the first down up to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 coming from the Packers. Plenty of time for them to get points on the board. Over a minute and a half, still all 3 timeouts. There have been 73 games at 0-0 tied. Last one was 1943. That's insane. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Looking. Those underneath. It'll be caught by Jacobs, and Jacobs will get tackled immediately by Nakobe Dean at the 50. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Packers. Nakobe Dean, former Georgia Bulldog. I wanted him. Thought he could be a good quarterback of a defense. Getting some playing time here in the 2-minute drill. 3 receivers to the right side in the shotgun here. Crossing the 1-minute mark. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking. Pressure coming. Love escapes. Rolling to his left. Jordan Love will get him a first down and into field goal range. 51 seconds remaining. They cross the marker there for they have as a kicker. Take a look. Anybody open? Yeah, he has the tight end. He could have thrown it out there. Actually, no, sorry. That was Christian Watson. Maybe he could have slung it out there over Cooper DeJean. But he does get the first down nonetheless. Jordan Love in the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Jordan Love. Scanning the field. 4-man rush from the Eagles. Pressure coming again. He's going to check it down here to Jacobs. Jacobs catches it on the run. Catches a block. And, he will get tackled in bounds, and they will use their first timeout with 42 seconds remaining. But another gain of 9, so that's going to put them at the 33-ish yard line. And it's 0-0, but the Packers are poised to get some points on the board. What do you think of Quinn taking over defensive calling duties? I think it's a desperate attempt at trying to hang on to the locker room, basically telling them that, hey, I'm still trying to do something for you. I still believe in this team, and I still want to put my absolute best foot forward and try to do everything I possibly can before I give up on the season. So I'm going to take over play calling duties for the Commanders and call it a day. Looking at the standings, it's definitely the NFC least again this year. December 10th, 2023, Vikes 3, Raiders. Jim, do you know which NFL team has the most 0-0 ties? I'm going to say Chicago Bears. That or it's us. That's right. Chicago Bears. There you go. Most of the players already checked out the season. Ain't no saving it, especially with 7 losses and 6 of them being in conference. Yeah, it's brutal. Tim knows ball. Oh, good bow there. All right, we're back. 42 seconds remaining. Love in the shotgun. They're gonna shift into the pistol. Love scanning the field. And in motion is Musgraves from right to left. Scanning the field. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking, throws it to the left side. It's low ball, but does get brought in by Romeo Dobbs, who goes out of bounds. 1st and 10 with 38 seconds remaining. .38 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Love. 2 receivers each way. Ooh, blitz might be coming. They do send it. Pressure coming. He escapes it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to take a sack. You can't take a sack there, Love. Oh, no. Wasting a timeout here with 31 seconds remaining. That's a big, big, costly sack. You have to just get rid of the football there, Love. Throw it to somebody. Romeo Dobbs needed to keep going. Why'd you stop? You don't stop against man-to-man defense. Back to big. Guys, I don't know. Social media blasted Redskins fans for booing Trump while he was enlisting the new troops at the game. Oh no, number 74 injured on the play for the Packers here. And I don't know what happened. Let's see. Oh, he gets rolled up on. Looks like an ankle. Jordan Love kind of rolls up on him. The center, Elton Jenkins, exits the game. That's a big deal. Now they have to go to Sean Ryan, most likely. All right. 2nd and 10. 31 seconds remaining. I'm going to actively try to find things to do so I can avoid watching the games now. 31 seconds remaining. Only one timeout remaining now. See what happens. Packers goes into the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. And in motion, left to right. 3 receivers to the right takes a snap. Blitz coming. Pumping. Love trying to escape. Oh, the ball comes out. That's a fumble. Oh, my goodness. I don't think his arm was coming forward when that ball comes out, and I think the Eagles have it, and I think we're going to go into halftime 0-0. No shot. Nakobe Dean. Yeah, oh yeah, that's just a fumble. Nakobe Dean gets the sack fumble. Who's going to come away with the football? Oh my goodness, nobody knows who has the football there. And the Eagles have it. Eagles have it, and the Packers come away with no points. Remains a 0-0 football game. Nakobe Dean with the big play. Brutal. Eagles might try to take a shot downfield and get some field goal range. Yeah. At least when the Commanders are early blowouts, my blood pressure is better. There you go. 1-0 tie. I'm on board with it. Let's see. All right. 23 seconds remaining. Jalen Hurts now with 3 timeouts get into field goal range. Greatest game of the year. And in motion here. Smith goes in motion, right to left, takes a snap, 4-man rush. Hurts steps up, avoids it, rolling to his left side, keeps his eyes downfield, and Jalen Hurts will get a gain of about 4. So it will stop the clock here with 16 seconds remaining. You have Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott here. How far can he kick it in Green Bay? My guess is, with the new rules, 65 yards. My guess. How's my kids? Kids are doing good. Kids are doing good. 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun, takes a snap. Quick throw over to the right side. And too short. Dropped there by Devontae Smith. Couldn't quite get underneath it. 11 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Our second son is sick. He got the rhinovirus. We had to take him to the doctors the other day. But overall, kids are doing well. Hurts, just bad throw right there. 11 seconds remaining. 3 receivers to the right. 4 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle with Shipley. And that will just take us into the half. Gain of 3. Oh, did the Green Bay use their last timeout? Oh, they're going to make them punt. Green Bay wants them to punt. Green Bay's going to force the punt. I mean, honestly, you don't even have to punt. You could just drop back and throw it backwards, right? Spain is appealing the suspension because he wants to go to Spain and punch a bull in the face. Oh, jeez. 5 seconds remaining. I say you just take a step back and throw a deep pass to the right out of bounds. Or honestly, if you just punt it out of bounds, actually, that's just enough right there. All right, yep, they're going to drop back. See what happens. No way. And then he just throws it out of bounds. Okay, he does what I said. All right, free football somewhere for somebody. All right, that will take us to the halftime. All knotted up, 0-0 here in Green Bay. Take a look at the box score, and then we'll get to the immaculate grid. All right, Jalen Hurts, 7 for 13, 48 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, no sacks. Jordan Love, 6 for 10, 39 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, 3 sacks for 19 yards lost. Leading rusher in the game is Josh Jacobs, 10 carries, 38 yards. Saquon leads the Eagles with 9 carries, 33 yards. Leading receiver in the game, Josh Jacobs, also the leading receiver, 3 catches for 20 yards. Devontae Smith leads it for the Eagles. Leading tacklers in the game, you have Nakobe Dean, 6 total tackles, including a sack. Xavier McKinney has 5 tackles, leading it for the Packers. Sacks come again from Nakobe Dean, Nolan Smith Jr., and Jalix Hunt. Kicking-wise, nobody's kicked a field goal or attempted a field goal today. Here we go. We got 6 first downs apiece. 3 for 8 on third downs for the Eagles. 0 for 5 for the Packers. They're 1 for 1 on fourth downs. Eagles are 0 for 1 on fourth down. They just actually failed right there, so it doesn't really count. They weren't trying to go for it. They just killed the time. Penalties, 4 for 30 against the Eagles. 3 for 15 against the Packers. 1 turnover apiece. Both fumbles. You had 1 fumble from each of the quarterbacks. Time of possession, 17-12 to 12:48 in favor of the Eagles. The immaculate grid. Here we go. That's weak throw, Hail Mary. Yeah. All right. Got Eagles, Packers, Saints, Bills, Cardinals, and 20 passing touchdown season. All right. Well, the Packers, they've only had 3 quarterbacks, really, for the last 30 years. right? So which one are you gonna pick? Then can you go back the day? Like I don't know. Did Bart Starr ever have a 20 touchdown season? Maybe I don't know. They didn't pass all that often. I wouldn't be shocked if the answer was actually no. Um, and then I don't know who the quarterbacks were before Brett Favre. Jonathan Taylor should win an MVP. He might. He might. Um, right? Because Jordan Love has been banged up a little bit, but I don't think like any of his backups, like Malik Willis, I don't think they ever got a touchdown, 20 touchdown games. So it's really just between three guys that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know any of them before that. Back in the 80s, like who was a Packers quarterback in the 80s? No idea. It's like It's like Packers didn't even play football in the 80s. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's just go with Brett Favre because he's probably the lowest out of the three, I would imagine. Oh, not Bet. Brett Favre. All right, 36%. That means he's one of the higher ones. That's crazy. Well, it's not that crazy. He is a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I don't know. I just thought recency bias would go Love and then Rodgers, then Brett Favre. Not the case. As Tom for President, Jim Kelly, I think 27%. Nice. All right, Cardinals. Oh, I'm going with my favorite Cardinal quarterback here, Kurt Warner. 32%. Wow, no Kyler Murray. I mean, you could have gone Carson Palmer. Uh, who else is quarterbacks for the Cardinals? Matt Leinart, maybe? I don't know. But I like Kurt Warner, so I went with Kurt. All right, here we go. We got Jimmy Graham here, right? He was a Packer, I think, for a second. I think. Yeah, 48%. There you go. All right. Bills Saints. Bills Saints. Bills. Hmm. Packers fans are so blessed. Yeah. Neil Lomax. I have no clue who that is. Don Majkowski. Like Green Bay in the 80s. Wow, that's a pull. That is certainly a pull. Saints, Arizona. Tyrann Mathieu, right? Probably the biggest. No receivers, running backs come off top of the dome here. Riddick, Riddick. Um, Name this one. Right there we go. 9%. Nice. Bills, Eagles, Eagles, Eagles. Packers, Green Bay. This one is Sanders. He's the cheat code, right? 20% there. Lomax played for the Cards in the 80s. Oh, interesting. Nice. Nice. Cardinals, Saints. This is Matthew. 51%. Wow. Bills, Eagles, and Packers, Eagles. Bills, Eagles, da-da. Bills. McCoy. Right? McCoy went to Buffalo. Yep, 57%. And then Eagles Packers. Eagles Packers. Packers. Booty played for the Bills. I got. We have an Eagle Packer, the last on the board. Guy like haha Clinton Dix played Bears after. Those Packers, the quarterback was Douglas? Really? Nice pull, AJ. There you go. That's a great pull. A great pull right there. Oh, played. Mm-hmm. I don't remember how to spell his name, but Terry scored his first touchdown on him 2019. Well, there you go. If you don't know, now you know. You don't know, now you know. Dick. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. I didn't set up my freaking lineup today. Darn it. I got players getting points on the bench. Irritating. I set up my hockey lineup? Sure didn't. I did. Wizards Detroit heading to OT? Yeah, I figured that was too early. Give Wizards credit. Don't you hate when you do that? Yep. Yep. Snowing in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina right now? Wow. How's your hockey fantasy going? 2-2. Had some unfortunate weeks. Fantasy hockey. I think I have the most points in the league. Standing, sorry. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. 3-2. We're already on week 5. Okay, 3-2. Standing. Percentage playoffs. They don't do like. SA. My goalies have scored so many goals against. Crazy. Um. don't know. Surprised that they don't show like the points. I thought they did. What are you gonna do? Tim, did you see the fan that tried to run on the field on Sunday? No, I didn't. Eagles always seem to make the right moves in trades. That's how for your best team in the league. Hate to give him credit, but it's true. That's why I'm patient with AP, because I remember the Eagles fans wanted him fired when he first started. There you go. There you go. Even after they won the first Super Bowl, they still had questions about him too. Yep. Typical fan base, man. Typical fan base. I'm sure there's people in Kansas City wondering if they should fire their GM. If Andy Reid should be fired. He's over the hill, man. You got to move on. Crazy, man. Can't fix these people. Howie Toesman. No, you should have kept there that, Suzanne. That's funny. Howie Toesman. Genius. Time to get the second half underway. Getting lined up. The Packers kick it away to the Eagles. Oh, wow. Lane Johnson coming back on the field? What a tough son of a gun. Wow. Here comes the kick from the Packers. Going to be caught at the 5-yard line. Shipley on the return. Past the 25, cuts it towards the middle. And he'll get close to the 30-yard line, depending on the spot. Hope the Chiefs fans want to get rid of Andy Reid so we can scoop him up. Yeah. Not a big fan of DQ, but we have to give him another at least 2 years for me to see how it goes with him as head coach. Yep, we'll see. We will see. All right, in the shotgun. Hurts at their own 29-yard line. 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Saquon Barkley in the game. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Here is Saquon. Saquon slips the first tackle, staying on his feet. And he will get a gain of about 6, maybe 7, depending on the spot. Like McKinney and Nixon wrap him up. Cooper in there as well. All right, 14.5 to go here in the third. Pistol formation here. And in motion here. Goddard from right to left. Into the backfield goes Goddard. Takes the snap. Play action. Roll to his right. Catches it underneath is Goddard. First down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 5. Move the chains. They're 14 to play here in the third quarter. 6-2 Eagles, 5-2-1 Packers. Hurts in the pistol. Three receivers to the left side. Man in motion, Smith from left to right. Takes the snap. Play action. Looking, stepping up, going down the middle, and caught is Goddard for another first down. Crosses midfield, down past the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Goes the Eagles. Throw. Get to the 37-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Fakes the pitch. Looking. Throws over the middle of the field. And just too high for Calcaterra. Jalen Hurts just barely misses him too high. And could have been a nice shot down the middle of the field. Instead, it's now 2nd and 10. Looking at Ron's draft picks and free agency makes me mad. Like, how do you fail on almost everything? Yep. Single back formation. Man in motion is Brown from left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. And Saquon right up the gut. Full pledge right up the middle. Gets a gain of 7. Brought down by Quay Walker. All right. Eagles looking to try to put points on the board here. Finally. At the 31-yard line. It'll be a 49-yard field goal where it currently stands. $19.73. All of them had 2 ties? Crazy. 12.5 to go here in the third quarter. Right, and takes a snap, handoff. Nope, play action, rolling to his right, throws it out there to the right side is Goddard. And another first down here for the Eagles. 12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Really traded away Trent Williams and 2 bags of chips. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Under 12 to play here in the third. The shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. 10. And in motion. Saquon in the backfield takes the snap. Blitz coming. Steps up. Avoids it. Hurts rolling to his left side. Hurts is going to keep it. And Hurts will go out of bounds after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards, depending on the spot. That'll bring them inside the red zone. For the first time tonight, there will be a play called from the red zone. Took until the third quarter to get here. Melada with a nice block on Parsons and a good step up and avoiding by Jalen Hurts. Wyatt chased him down. Here he goes out of bounds. Lane Johnson still on the bench. He's not come back in yet. Single back formation, 2nd and 4. Under 11 to go here in the third quarter. Takes the snap. Hand off to the right side. And he's going to get swallowed in the backfield there. Tank Bigsby. Quay Walker comes in with a nice tackle. 3-yard loss. Will put them back at the 20-yard line. You get to the red zone and immediately get knocked back out. It's like seeing Dart keep on getting hurt. He actually impresses me a lot. Jackson Dart got hurt. All right. 10:16 to go. All right. In the shotgun. 3rd and 7. 2 receivers each way. Ooh, they're going to get it in false start. Going backwards. 3rd and 12 now at the Packers' 25-yard line. Costly penalties stalling out these drives. Oh, wait. Never mind. It was delay of game. Not a false start. That's why the offensive line jumped. He sees the play hitting 1-0. Yeah. Play of game. Here we go. Start concussion. Ugh. 3 receivers to the left side. Jalen Hurts scanning the field. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Handoff to the right side. Trying to bounce it out. Slipping tackles. He'll get a gain of 5 and set up a field goal attempt here for the Eagles to finally get points on the board here. Try to read back in. So the kick was up, and the kick is good. So the Eagles do get on the board here. See how that works. Happy for Trent finding a home. He's a good guy. Yeah. We gotta do what Howie does and draft some Bulldogs. Fair enough. Maybe the next ticket now is gonna be drafting Indiana players. Who's in the AP top 25 now? Yeah, Ohio State 9-0, Indiana 10-0, A&M 9-0, Alabama 8-1, Georgia 8-1. Here's your top 5. Eagles 3-0. Packers will get the ball back here. Was that their? That was the opening drive of the half, right? Yep, a 6-minute and 2-second drive off the clock. So the Eagles strike first. Packers will get the ball next. Not the biggest fan of the Packers' weaponry. What happened to Matthew Golden? Did he get hurt? Yeah, he's not playing. Dang. Christian Watson, Matthew Golden, Romeo Dobbs. A pretty weak crew, if we're being honest. Definitely one of their weakest positions. I like the running back. Their tight ends are good, especially with Kraft. Here goes the kick. It's going to be caught about the 9-yard line. Runs towards the middle of the field. Trying to find some room and not much. Gets tackled at the 28-yard line. Indiana is the shocking team of the year. Every team, they were compared to a team like Southern Iowa. Hey. Golden's hurt, yeah. Well, Indiana was 10-0 last year. They did lose the bowl game and I think lost to, was it Ohio State? They are incredible, man. Road wins in Penn State and Oregon, insane. 8:52 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Single back formation, takes the snap, play action. Love steps up, looking, avoids the rush, now throws on the move. It's going to be caught by Christian Watson and out of bounds to the right, but there is a flag on the play, and this might be coming back. Oh, it's going to be a holding against Philadelphia, they say. Never mind, the play will stand, and it'll be a 20-yard play, 1st down. Number 33 gets called for it. The Christian Watson will get a gain of 20 to the 47-yard line. Ooh, he had another open receiver to the left. 2 guys got open on that play. And all right, they're going to shift into the single back formation. 3 receivers bunched to the right. We have Dobbs on the left. You can tell because he's got that peanut head out there. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Josh Jacobs straight ahead. And Josh Jacobs will fall forward as he crosses midfield near the 49, 48-yard line. Going to give him the 49, so gain of 4. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Seconds to play here in the third. Under center goes Love. 2 receivers each way. The field now puts a man in motion right to left, takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Josh Jacobs slips the tackle and stays on his feet. And we'll get a gain of 3 as he gets brought down. Oh, she's just flying by. Yeah, it is. Teams are already 10-0. Title, right? Right? Jeez. Jordan Love goes into the huddle. Dialing up a scripture verse there. Jeez. Long play call. You could just tell by how much his mouth was moving on that one. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Let's see if they get creative here on 3rd down and 3. 2 receivers each way. 4 seconds to the play clock. 3, 2, 1. Takes the snap as it hits 0. Love, quick throw to the right side, and it will be caught. And it's going to be Wicks with the first down. Quick out route works. And it will be 1st down and 10 now at the Philadelphia 42-yard line. Packers got a lot of wide receiver 3s. They don't have a top alpha player, but any given Sunday, one of them can go off. Yeah, I totally agree. That's a great assessment of it, in my opinion. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. And in motion is Musgrave. Takes the snap, bouncing it to the left, and he gets blown up. Jalix Hunt blows the play up. Loss of 4 with 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what a beautiful play there by Jalix Hunt. Slipping. Oh, he nearly punched the ref right in the face. Oh my goodness. The ref nearly caught a stray. Man in motion, left to right. Receivers bunch to the right side now. Single back formation. Now Melton goes in motion right to left. Takes a snap. Play action. Love steps up. Avoids the rush. Pumping. He's going to keep it. And Love will get those yards back. Maybe an extra one to the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 9. Did I read it right? Melton? Who do they keep putting in motion? For 16. Who's number 16? Yeah, Bo Melton. The corner. They're putting in offense. Interesting. Of course, the Wizards lose. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. The receivers bunch to the right side. 41-yard line. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Love steps up. Going down the left side. Oh, and Romeo Doubs diving for it. Could not quite bring it in. I think for some reason he's probably a little bit off balance. Another quality loss by the Wizards. Yeah, that's crazy. He had 46 points on 45 shot attempts. Jeez! 45 shot attempts? Good grief. Oh, it's just barely off the fingertips. Oh, it's just a bit too far there for Romeo Doubs. Could only get the fingertips on it. Empty backfield, 4th and 9. And they're just lining up to go for it. 1 second. Takes the snap. Drops back. They pressure. Steps up. Throws on the move. And it's going to be off the chest of the cornerback, Melton. Cooper DeJean's going to take credit for that, but I think it just hits him in the chest. Oh my God. It's Ray Blankenship, rather. Melton just lets it hit his chest and incomplete. I can't believe you have a cornerback at receiver. That's crazy. There's nothing special. We lose every week. Wow. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Philadelphia will take over at their own 41. You got to catch that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Luka's averaging 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 9.5 assists a game. Where can we find one of those players at? Just talk to Dallas, right? Trade for Cooper Flag now. He sucks, right? It is funny looking at Cooper Flag. Honestly, does he not just look like he's like he does not look great right now? Just me, or like even watching him play, he just doesn't even. I maybe I just don't watch enough Mavericks games. Look at see, he's got 17 points and 6 rebounds tonight. That's decent. 6 for 8 shooting, 1 for 3 from 3. He's young. He's just got to develop, obviously, into himself, but seem great yet. What up, right guy? I wish DC Sports wasn't miserable, right? I'm trapped in Philly broadcast market. Thank goodness for the internet. Yeah. Yep. They try to make Cooper Flag play point guard, and he isn't a point guard. He actually does try to play point. That's crazy. There we go, Wimby. Wimby having a big day. Love to see it. All right. Here we go. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hurts. Scanning the field. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Going to his right side. Checks it underneath. It'll be caught. And tackled for no gain is Saquon Barkley. Clock continues to move here. 4.5 to go. The score remains 3-0. Eagles on top. Crazy game over there in Chicago, too. There we go. Single back formation. And in motion. The fullback position. Offset I formation to the left. Takes the snap. Hand off to the left. And he's going to get blown up immediately. Wyatt tackling him in the backfield. Wyatt. Big time play there. 3:50 to go and counting. 3rd and 15 now for the Eagles. We should get Ja Morant. The Spurs losing by 3 to the Bulls. Well, they just tied it up. Now it's 14-14. Now they just took the lead. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Back-to-back Victor Wembanyama threes. Takes the snap, drops back, play action. Looking, trying to get rid of it, and will flip it out there to Shipley. Shipley's got a blocker, but he will not get to the first down marker, and the Eagles will be forced to punt. Freaking Victor Wembanyama, bro. Victor Wembanyama. Dude's going off. He's got 36 points, 11 rebounds, 6 for 9 from 3. What a freak. What an absolute freak. What else has he got? He's got 5 blocks tonight, 5 assists, and a steal. Here comes the kick from Braden Mann. Under 3 to go here in the third quarter. The Packers will get the ball back. Here's the kick. And it will be bounces at the inside the 5, but into the end zone. So touchback for the Packers, and they will start their drive at their own 20. Wish we had a basketball team that would make runs, a baseball team that wasn't cheap. Hockey isn't bad. Yeah. The alien, baby. Can't keep up with 2 games, 2 different channels. Wimby is good. Yeah, he is. Wimby's a freak of nature. Gotta respect it, man. Gotta respect it. Aaron Fox has gone completely quiet, though. He didn't score a single fantasy point in the fourth quarter. He really is the alien. Crazy. We got 40 something of you hanging out. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. This feels like a game that ends 5-3. Spurs were behind most of that game. Wimby's an alien. Fox just came back last game. He's good. Yeah, he is good. I have him on my fantasy team, but he's kind of slacked in the second half. He didn't really do much at all. He had 6 turnovers today. Thought Fox was hurt, but they don't need Fox. They have Castle and Harper as guards. Yeah, no, Fox is back now. That's what this game needs, multiple safeties. Yeah. Let's end this game 5-4. What do you say? 5-4. Hmm. 98 trades since 2016. The ultimate baseball score, yeah. Takes a snap, pitch play to the left side. Is Jacobs. Jacobs with room to run, and he's going to get a first down, gain of 10. Howie Roseman, Eagles executive VP and / general manager. Are the Prime games cursed? They've been boring lately. I don't know. I love Prime though, so I'll never admit they're cursed. Even if they are cursed, I'm never admit. Under 2 to go here in the third. Right? Offset I formation to the left side. And in motions the tight end left to right. Takes a snap. Play action. Love has time. Throws it on the move to the right. And it's going to be caught by Wicks. And Wicks will be brought out of bounds. Flag on the play, though. What's the flag? And it's going to be a defensive holding on Cooper DeJean. First down, Packers. Going to put them across midfield at the Eagles' 49-yard line. We've heard this before, but can they actually put points on the board? Tim, would you bring back Marcus next year? Marcus Mariota? Yeah. I like him as a backup. Seems to be a great teammate. Jaden Daniels loves him. Yeah, if he wants to be back, I would love to have a consistent backup here. Going into the bottom of the 9th quarter, they're tied at 6. Yeah. Here we go. 2 receivers each way. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Jacobs. Jacobs trying to push the pile. He'll get a gain of about 3 or so. I love primetime games when they aren't playing. Oh, when we aren't playing. Yeah. All right, under 50 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 8. Single back formation. Here we go. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Jacobs. Jacobs run to the back of his own player. Lights forward for a gain of maybe 3. To get to the 44-yard line. Sets up 3rd down and 5. I call it 3rd and 4. They get one more play in before the end of the third quarter. See, and it doesn't look like they will. So they will keep the game here 3-0. Eagles on top, but Packers have the ball, trying to get some points on the board. Let's head over to the hard wordle today. So let's go with Phillips. He's been making some moves here. Jalen Phillips just got traded to the team, making an impact. We've seen him several times today. Doesn't work. We are in the NFC, but not the NFC East. We're not on defense. We are a shorter player, older than 28, and a lower number than 58. Let's go with, we're in the NFC. First guy I thought of was Mayfield. Baker. Okay. We're not a quarterback. We are 31 or 32, somewhere between 9 and 47. There's the number. We are on offense. We're 6'1", not the NFC South, NFC East. North? 1 or 32. North. The NFC West. Cup. I think Cup is 6. I'm going to try Cup here. I think it's the Bill. There it is. Cooper Cup, baby. Cooper Cup. Or the W. Gotta love it. Like Marcus, he was treated poorly by the Falcons before he came to Washington. Cavs versus Heat is a good game right now. Oh, yeah. Overtime, 3-point game. Miami on top. Very good. I think these foreign country games are too disruptive to the traveling teams. I just don't see the benefit. Let the players travel abroad after the season. I mean, obviously, it's trying to build a market, trying to get more European fans and South American fans. Here we go. In the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Love puts a man in motion here. Is Dobbs back to the left side. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Pumping. Quick throw to the right. It's going to be a low grab and caught by Wicks. And that's enough for a first down. Move the chain. Here we go. Beautifully done. 14.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. What up, George? Can't watch a good without think terrible. What? All right. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff up the middle is Jacobs. Jacobs will dive ahead for a gain of about 5. Gets to the 34-ish yard line. Second down. They're only going to give him the 35-yard line. Second down and a short 6. Countries will never have their own teams. I mean, they might start their, or I don't know, maybe they start their own leagues. Second and 6. Go back, trying to get him to jump, doesn't work. Extra lineman in the game on the left side. Takes the snap, hand up, nope, play action. Looking, steps up, throws it a little bit to the right, and it's going to be caught by Christian Watson. Inside the red zone, down to the 13. Now the offense are getting this going. There is a flag on the field, though. What's the flag going to be? See. They're going to say penalty on Green Bay, illegal formation. Legal formation on the offense. So a nice play getting him down to the 13, negated. Brings up now second down and 11 at the 40. Mm. Oh, wow. Just such a simple mistake. And again, your cornerback in at wide receiver is crazy because now he lines up in a bad formation. He thinks he's supposed to be on the ball. He was supposed to be off the ball, so the play's negated. Second and 11 coming up here for the Packers. 13 minutes to go. Melton, no. Two receivers each way. Takes a snap. Play action. Goes over the middle of the field and incomplete. Looking for Romeo Doubs. And no flags on the play. They can't believe it. The home Packers fans. Definitely looks like some contact, but was it clean? Like they're going to take a look here at the replay. Romeo Doubs trying to cut inside. Really good. That's actually really clean. That's clean. That's clean. His hands around him, but he's not grabbing at him. He's not pulling around him. That is great defense by Kenyon Mitchell. All right. 13:01 to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 11 at the 40. 1 second on the play clock. Takes the snap. Looking, pumping again, escaping to his right, keeps his eyes downfield, pumping again, and now just throws it away. And it will be 4th and 11 now at the 40. 58-yard attempt. Do they go for it? Romeo Doubs a little shaken up on the play. Interesting. Oof. Look. All right. 4th and 11, and they have to settle for a punt. The Packers come away with no points here. Oh, is it a touchback? Oh, wait, they scoop it up and nearly runs it into the end zone. So it's going to be tackled at the 1. I don't know. He touches the end zone, but does he reestablish himself? I don't know the rules there. It's definitely not a safety. Packers are talking about safety. That's not happening. They're discussing it. Does he reestablish himself back into the game? Because it definitely touches the football. He definitely touches it. Yeah, he doesn't reestablish himself. So it's a touchback. Brutal. Never reestablished. So we'll be at the 20-yard line where the Eagles will start this next drive. These countries will never have their own teams. What do we got going on? We got almost 50 of you hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. It's 3-0. Eagles will get the ball back at their own 20. With 12:46 to go in the fourth quarter, this is a very Eagles moment to have a 6-7 minute drive off the clock that ends with points and just ice this game out. What up, Will? Tim, do we need a coaching change? Seems like Dan Quinn is treating the players like cattle. Interesting take. But no, I would say no, we do not. Here we go. 3-0. Three receivers to the right, and the shotgun is Hurts. Scanning the field. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Here is Barkley trying to find some room. Pushing the pile. Will get tackled after a gain of about 4 or 5, depending on the spot. 12.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Say it's a gain of 4. The 24-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up. 12.5 to go. Right, in the shotgun here. Man in motion here. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right side is Barkley. Barkley get out of bounds for no gain. 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Packers. Third down and 7. Packers defense needs to get a stop here. They pull it off. The receivers to the left side. And in motion is Goddard. 2 receivers each way. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Pumping. Gonna swing it out there to Barkley. Barkley finding room. Spinning! Still going down the left sideline. Catches a block. Tries to split the defenders. Cannot quite get there. But a big play by Saquon Barkley when they needed it the most. To try to ice this game out. Beautifully done. Saquon Barkley, nice spin move. A little stutter and spin. What a play there. Nearly split the defense. This would have been the highlight of the year if he split these 2 defenders right here. Whoop! Good tackle saving play there by McKinney. 41-yard gain. Takes the snap, play action. Jalen Hurts looking, going deep after the pump fake, and it's Smith going over the top, touchdown, and the Eagles will go up 9-0 here, pinning an extra point with 10:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Bang! Here we go. Let's go, baby. Touchdown. Wow. Devontae Smith just going over top of the safety. Jalen Hurts just floating it out there for his guy to have a chance. Crazy. Crazy. Snap the hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. Well, I predicted a touchdown here, or a point, I should say. But I thought it would have been taking longer than that. But all of a sudden, the Eagles explode there on a quick score. What was that? Just a 2-minute and 11-second drive. Bang! Touchdown, and the Eagles are up 10. And the Packers make a game out of this. Game over, says Richard. Certainly doesn't feel good if you're the Packers right now. Certainly does not feel good. Your offense hasn't been able to put any points on the board. And now you're down by 2 scores. Can they get anything going? Had this horrible back pain. Had leather chair or whatever. It was so hot when I put my backpack on it, but it kind of felt good. The Packers finally miss on a QB. Oh. No, we were just talking about it. Like, I just feel as though he doesn't have the weapons yet. That's the biggest issue. They got to get him his Donald Driver, Greg Jennings / Devontae Adams. Once they get a receiver like that, then they can really take off. Offensively, at least. Oh, man. What a play by Devontae Smith here. I mean, the safety is right in there. Like, Jalen Hurts gives a ball that the safety could have potentially knocked that away, but Devontae Smith just brings in the 50-50 ball. You got to respect it. All right, there's the kick. It's going to bounce around the 5. Here comes the return. The right side, out of bounds near the 25. Not much there. Packers will get the ball back here. 1st and 10 at their own 25, down by 10. Here we go. The Packers finally missed. All right, single back formation. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Nice move by Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs will fall forward for a gain of a couple. Only a couple yards gain, like 2.5 yard carry, but man, that was a nice couple of jump cuts. Looked like a practice drill with the pads on the ground. Nice moves. All right, they hurry up to the line. 2nd down. 8 coming up. Takes the snap. Love to throw. Steps up, throws over to the right side. It will be caught. And they're going to fight forward. It'll be 1st down. All right, under 10 minutes to go. They're hurrying up to the line here. 1st and 10. 2 receivers each way. Love takes the snap. Play action. Look, or pump rather. And gets it to Jacobs. And Jacobs will get dragged down by Jahad Campbell. 2nd down coming up for the Eagles. Jahad Campbell making the tackle. That was their 1st round pick out of Alabama. 2 receivers each way. Takes a snap. Quick throw to the right side. Going to be caught by Williams, and Williams will get spun down by Jackson. 3rd down and 2 coming up. Torrey Jackson. And a nice play. 3rd down and 2 with 9 minutes to go here in the 4th. Packers' 2 main receivers are hurt. Kraft and Golden. Yep. 3 receivers to the left. Love scanning the field. All right. They're changing the play at the line. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. Straight ahead is Jacobs. And Jacobs will get tackled for a gain of 10. Did you see the poison pill condition that Micah Parsons trade? The Packers trade him to NFC East team. The Packers have to give the Cowboys their 2028 first-round pick. I heard that's actually more common than you think it is. But, yeah, I did hear about that. And it makes sense. Like, I don't want to see him in my division, so you trade him, there's going to be an extra pick for us involved. In the shotgun here for Love. Takes the snap on 1st and 10, looking, pumping. Going to swing it out there to the left. It's going to be caught, and he can't quite stay on his feet. Gain of 2 for Wilson. All right, they hurry up to the line again. Takes the snap. Love looking. Steps up. Quick throw over the right side, and just a little bit too far outside. Looking for Melton. I can't believe Melton's on the field, man. This is actually kind of irritating because I'm pretty sure he ran that route too deep, and that's why Jordan Love missed him. I mean, based on everything I'm seeing so far, Bo Melton seems to be a very big issue. I don't know why he's on the field. Third and 8. The 44-yard line, 7:34 to go in the 4th. 3 receivers bunched to the right side. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Quick throw over to the right side. It's going to be caught. Turns up field. And first down. Out of bounds goes Wicks. 7:29 to go in the 4th quarter. The Packers trying to get points on the board. But we've seen this many times tonight. They get down this deep. And they cannot get anything out of it. Once they get in this area, Vic Fangio's Eagles just starts to really tighten up the screws and not let them get in the end zone. 2 receivers each way. 34. And in motion here, takes a snap, and they're going to jet sweep it to Williams. Slips the first tackle, shaking and baking. Maybe a gain of a half yard on it. Makuba in on the tackle. 2nd down and a long 9 coming up here for the Packers. 7 minutes to go. Yeah. Brandon Graham. Veteran play, but he couldn't quite make the tackle. Right? 3 receivers bunch to the left side in the shotgun here. And in motion here is Melton from left to right. Takes the snap. 5-man blitz. Here we go. Pumping off his back foot. Going deep. And just too far for Musgraves. And there's the flag. Comes late. And that's going to be a pass interference just like what Goddard got last drive. Or drive or two ago. They do throw the flag this time. And it now be pass interference. Automatic first down for the Packers. And he does just reach out, grab and tackle him way too quickly. There you go. Easy call. All right. 1st and 10 at the 13. Back into the, or actually might be the first time in the red zone all day for the Packers, actually. 6:26 to go in the 4th. Love. In the field, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, going to set up the screen here to Jacobs, and slips the first tackle, staying on his feet. Looked like he was dead to rights, ends up turning into a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up now for the Packers. Across the 6-minute mark, Packers can make this a 1-score game with a touchdown here. Three receivers to the left. In the shotgun is Love. Tight end on the right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Josh Jacobs. And Josh Jacobs carrying the pile. And he's going to get in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs carrying defenders into the end zone. Refusing to go down. Oh, it's so close. I don't think you can overturn it. And honestly, I don't think you should. What an effort by Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Pending an extra point here. And it's now back to a 4-point game, potentially a 3-point game with an extra point. Here we go. Third time's a charm. Let's see. Snap the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 10-7, Eagles on top. 5:49 to go in the fourth. Ten to 7. Right. Gonna get here. Josh Jacobs putting together a nice day. Over 100 yards of total offense. Touchdown. Not too shabby. There's the kick. Will be caught 2-yard line. Manis returned here for the Eagles, and he will get to the 29-ish yard line is Xavier Gibson. And the Eagles continue to put offense on the board now in this second half. Touchdown will certainly feel like an ice here. All right. 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Lane Johnson back in the game. The shotgun here is Hurts. We have an extra lineman in the game is Fred Jackson on the left side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Saquon. Saquon gets hit in the backfield. Williams. Evan Williams blows it up. He's the one that just gave up that touchdown to Devontae Smith and comes up with a nice play there now on this one. They come with a safety blitz here. Yep, a full-on safety blitz, and he's right there in the hole. I mean, that was a really nice gap created. If it wasn't a safety blitz, that may have been a huge potential spot there for Saquon Barkley, but a well-timed blitz there by the Packers. The shotgun man in motion here, left to right is Calcaterra. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Takes the snap. Play action, roll to his right side, and it's batted down by Nixon. Thought he may have had a chance at an interception, but he does get a hand on it and knocks it down 3rd and 12. Keyshawn Nixon, let's see. Oh, no. No, he didn't get a hand on it. Never mind. Goddard just doesn't get his head around in time and doesn't see the football, and it's incomplete. 5:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 12. For 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Hurts in the shotgun. Handing the field. The receiver to the right takes a snap. 4-man rush. Protect him well. Going deep, and Smith will make the grab. Do they say he doesn't lose it? I think so. It looks good. First down there for Smith. Gain of 16. Devontae Smith just gets Nixon to turn, then shuffles his feet. And is he going to have this possession through the ground? Kind of bobbling right there. And, ooh, I don't know. Is that a catch? They're not going to challenge it. 1st and 10. Offset I formation to the left side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. And it will be Saquon, who falls forward for a gain of about 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot. The reason I thought that may not be a catch is because it like kind of bounced. Does he lose control of it at all? Like I think about that Jamar Chase one where he technically kind of like lets it go a slight bit as he's adjusting. I mean, he clearly has possession of the football, but since his hands came off of it, they say he's incomplete. 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Saquon. Saquon will get a decent gain. Sets up a 3rd down and short. Will we see a tush-push opportunity? There's 4 minutes to play. This is getting crunch time for the Packers defense. They need to get a stop. Ooh, they should have called tripping here, huh? Oh, yeah. All right. They called tripping on Micah there. All right, 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. 5 seconds on the play clock, and it looks like they're going to just be content to go with a timeout here on 3rd down and a short 2. Packers are letting us down right now. They have to get a stop. We'll see. Okay. Nick Sirianni making it seem like it's easy, I guess. Okay. See if they go to it. And they go to the tush push here. 3:23 to go. I want to see a false start called if they jump. Come on. All right. Hurts goes under center. Offset I formation to the left side. And in motion. Snap, handoff, fullback up the middle, and the fullback gets it. Easy first down as the pile gets dragged down. And actually, it was Shipley, right? No, it was Saquon. Saquon in the fullback position. Clock is ticking now, down under 3 minutes to go in the football game. See what happens here. Okay. 3 timeouts for the Packers. The Eagles have to get at least 2 more first downs. Offset I formation to the right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Barkley, a little shaking and baking. Dives ahead for a gain of 3. Right, Packers will use their first of 3 timeouts now. First down here. They get first down, it could get ugly for the Packers. They have the 2-minute warning. Essentially, you could say they have 3 timeouts remaining. $34. Good night. Killing us with the commercials here. Minute and a half of commercials. Still left. Good grief. Stupid commercial. You guys got it. You got 55 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Still 28 seconds. Oh, I just heard the Heat won in a dramatic fashion with 0.4 seconds or something. Play-by-play. What happened here? Overtime. With 0.4. Andrew Wiggins makes alley-oop dunk shot from a Nikola Jokic. Not Jokic. Jokic. Anyway, here we go. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Play action. Hurts rolling. Hurts going to try to escape and throws it away and creates a 3rd and 8. So the Packers save their timeouts here. They get the first down. 2 minutes left in the NFL game and about 30 minutes of commercials until game is over, potentially. Micah Parsons bring in the pressure. All right. 3rd down and 8. To the line. 3 receivers to the right. Here we go. 5. 1 second of the play clock. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Jalen Hurts. Pressure. Has to get rid of it. And ooh, that's a duck. And any flags? No flags. 4th and 8. Now, at the 43-yard line, the Eagles might have to pin him back deep. 2:25. Do they go for it here? I think so. Ugh. He just throws it way too high for Smith. They going to keep the offense out there? Oh my goodness, the offense stays out there. 2:25 to go. What is this? That makes no sense. There we go. And there's the flag. I guess they're trying to get the punter a little bit more room. Oh. Right. Delay of game. So they try to, I guess they move back. Just give a little bit more room for the punter. There you go. 2:25 to go in the 4th quarter with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Still plenty of time here for Love, but this is it. You got 1 drive remaining. Big play. I think what they were doing is they were like threatening to go for it, so they had to accept the penalty because they wanted more room for Braden Mann. Snap, there's the kick. Fair catch is going to be called at the 10-yard line. So 90 yards, 2 timeouts, and the 2-minute warning remain for the Packers. Push punt, yeah. See what happens here. We got a great ending potentially coming up with the Packers could have an insane comeback. All right. 2nd and 18. Love. 2 receivers each way. That's 2nd and 18. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Here we go. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw to the right side. Oof. That could have been a pick to end this game. Looked like he thought he was going for a slant. Wicks, that is. Instead, Wicks whips outside. And it's incomplete. 2nd and 15. Sorry. 2:15 to go. 2nd and 10. The Patilla? When heroes are made, you ain't lying. Touchdown would be critical because I'd make it a 4-point game and the Eagles would have to score a touchdown. Here we go. In the shotgun, 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Love scanning the field, takes the snap. 4-man rush, looking, pumping, goes over the middle, and incomplete, looking for Melton, who could not bring it in again. It was a low throw this time, though. All right, 3rd and 10. This game could be over in two more plays here, potentially. Oof. Nearly gets a safety. For 3 with the pressure is Nolan Smith. 3rd down and 10. 2:10 to go in the 4th quarter. 2 receivers each way, and the shotgun is Love. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Love stepping up, goes over the middle of the field, and it's caught by Christian Watson. And that'll be good for a 24-yard gain, 1st and 10, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Green Bay. Jordan Love comes up with a big-time throw right in front of the safety. That's why I hate the cover 4 defense. I'm almost positive that's what it is because Vic Fangio has made it famous. But now it's 10-7, Eagles on top. Bo Melton's a 2-way player. He's listed at corner. I guess he plays receiver now. I don't know. Weird. I don't think he's a very good receiver either. So the Barkley spin move, nasty? Yeah, it was. Didn't necessarily call it a comeback in either team seemed to be able to score. It reminds me of the Raiders Broncos. Yeah. Could be the final score of the game, too. Now, 1st and 10 at Green Bay's 35-yard line. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. Will we have overtime? $66 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Here you go. Hey. Overtime. Good defensive game. Yep. All right. 1st and 10 here for the Packers coming out of the 2-minute warning. Goes into the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Jordan Love scanning the field. And in motion left to right, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Blitz coming, pressure off his back foot and incomplete. Trying to float it out there to Josh Jacobs. Nice blitz there by the Eagles. 2nd and 10. 70s football at its finest, yep. Jalen Carter had a wide open lane at the quarterback. Nice stunt by the Eagles. All right. 2 receivers each way. And in motion left to right. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Steps straight backwards. Now going deep and attacking the football was Wicks, but he could not haul it in. All right, 1:51 to go here in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 10. Jordan Love. And they get about 30 more yards to have a comfortable field goal here for McManus. I mean, he has an opportunity to make a catch there. A little bit behind him, but man, you got to make that catch. All right. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. 3rd down and 10 now. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Going to the right side. Caught underneath. Musgrave will get close to the 1st down marker. 4th and 1. And obviously, you got to go for it here. Go back formation. Goes under center. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Bouncing it to the right. But there's a flag on the play. And the ball comes out. The Eagles have it. If this is against the Packers, this game is over. Was it a jumped off sides? Is it a Green Bay or is it a Eagles off sides or is it an illegal formation? Game. They will have 2 timeouts, but that actually doesn't matter. It's game over. They can kneel it 3 times and the game is over, even with... No, wait. No, with 2 timeouts, they might still have one more chance at it. Never mind. Never mind. So a fumble gets called against Jacobs instead of a turnover on downs. All right, here we go. You wanted to win back in the day, you better be a complete team, all 3 phases. Yep. I mean, I wouldn't say that the Super Bowl teams are just 3 good players in today. That's kind of a wild take, I think. Was it offsides by Carter? They didn't call it. I wasn't really looking. I was just waiting for the call. But if you think about it, like, I mean, Eagles are one of the most stacked teams in football, both sides of the football. I mean, they're a pretty complete team. Chiefs are a pretty complete team. They have so many weapons, offensively and defensively. Defensively, you got Nick Bolton in the middle, Chris Jones, Karlaftis. You got Trent McDuffie. Several guys on the other side. Then on offense, I mean, of course, you start with Patrick Mahomes, but then Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy. I like Isaiah Pacheco. I even like guys like Noah Gray. The offensive line this year is a bit sus, but in the past years, it's been good. Tampa Bay was a stacked team. Rams were a stacked team. Yeah, I just don't know if that's a fair take. far as kickers, too, Jake Elliott's a good kicker. Harrison Butker's a good kicker. I don't remember who the kicker was for the Rams that year, though. Buccaneers, I don't remember either. Maybe Suckup. Buccaneers had a ton of talent, though. That offense was loaded. And then defensively, they can get after it as well. And Ndamukong Suh, Devin White, Levante David. I think they even had JPP. Am I crazy? Do they have an older JPP? All right. They have 2 timeouts, so this game is not quite over yet. 1:26 to go. 1 timeout, and this game is over. Or sorry, 1 first down, and this game is over. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle of Saquon. Saquon gonna run it straight ahead. Not much there. $1:22 to go in the 4th. Single back formation. 3 tight ends on the left side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Barkley. Shaking and baking. Not much there. Just gain of a 1. 3rd down and 7. They use their final timeout now. One first down ices this game. All right. See what's got it. Is that dyed gray hair on his beard? Crazy. All right, 1:18 to go. And I think they got to get aggressive. I mean, if they run the ball, they could bring it down to maybe 30 seconds after a punt. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Going to have offset I formation to the left side. All right. Offset I formation to the left side. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. Saquon bouncing it outside. And it's a gain of 1. The clock will run here. So they can bring it down to 30-something seconds. Then you can punt it. It'll be around 30 seconds for the Packers. No timeouts. And they need to get into field goal range and score the field goal before the clock runs out. Ooh, I actually like this. Going for it here is actually a bold move. Let's see if they actually do it. 9 seconds to the play clock. 2 receivers each way. 4 seconds to the play clock. Man in motions the tight end from right to left. And they will use their timeout here with 33 seconds remaining. All right. Let's see. Field goal doesn't make sense. It would be over a 50-yard field goal. If you miss it, you're giving them a very good chance to get into field goal range. All right. 33 seconds remaining. They are going to line up to go for it. Wow, here we go. I like this call, to be honest. 2 receivers each way. Hurts scanning the field. First down, and this game is over. Here we go. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Hurts looking. Going deep for it all. And it's incomplete. And Valentine does a great job to not get called for pass interference. And now with the 35 seconds, there's 27 seconds remaining. All right, here we go. I don't necessarily like the play call. Going deep there doesn't make a lot of sense. But I do like going for it because you get the first down and the game is over. All right, McManus. All right, can they get into field goal range? A 61-yard field goal is where McManus's career long is. 2 receivers each way. Man in motion is Wicks left to right. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Pressure coming, has to step up, avoids the rush, pumping, going deep, and incomplete. Makuta nearly could have come away from an interception on that one. 20 seconds remaining now. If they get tackled in bounds deep, I don't know if they have enough time. They have to get out of bounds now on these passes. What were they thinking? They were thinking if they get a first down, the game is over. Either way, you got to get a stop if you're a defensive team. All right, 20 seconds remaining. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Jordan Love takes a snap, drops back to pass. Good protection, goes over to the right side, has his man. It's going to be caught. And you got to get there quickly. 11, 10, 9, 8. They spot the ball. Now they spike it at the 47-yard line. 5 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. And here we go. Manis going. So 47, 57, 65-yard field goal here for McManus to tie this up. Career long is 61. So this would set his record. Now, with the new rules, you could potentially do it. So they're going to reset it. Now going to be a 64-yard field goal. Here we go. 64-yard field goal. 5 seconds remaining. Philadelphia will ice the kicker here. Oh, did he kick a practice kick? McManus has a free kick and they say it was short. All right, so he's short. He's about 2 or 3 yards short on that kick. So he didn't want a chance at it. All right, here we go. Warming up. The offense is going to come on the field and maybe they can quick throw it. Ooh. Maybe they can add 3 yards here. Ooh. Decked him. But it was way uncatchable here. Let's see. All right, they're going to bring the kick back onto the field. Here we go. McManus to come onto the field. He missed the 64-yard practice kick from the right hash. It's 13 for 20 career of a lead-changing field goal. It would be a massive one. 65-yard field goal from the right hash. Can he tie it up here in Green Bay? Or sorry, 64-yard field goal. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and this is way left, and the game is over. Philadelphia wins the game 10-7, and the Eagles move to 7-2. The Packers fall to 5-3-1. What a battle here in Green Bay, defensively going at it between these two teams. And here we go. So I appreciate it. I got to get to bed. Work in the AM, but I appreciate all of you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. And until next time,